Hey everybody, Joe here from Avalon. We're continuing to ramp up to the launch of our 7-day business starter course. Check out the link in the description to learn more about the course and receive a pre-launch discount code. You'll also find a link to the YouTube playlist where all the videos in the series will be. In this video, we're bringing you step 2 of the process, registering your business. We're going to look at how to choose the best business structure for your needs and how to actually go about registering your business. This topic almost always comes up for new business owners, so let's get started. Before we actually get into registering your business, you'll need to decide what type of business entity to choose. There are 3 main business structures that we'll discuss in the 7-day business starter course: the sole proprietorship, the partnership, and the corporation. First up, sole proprietorships. This is the simplest structure, and it's basically just you as an individual running the business. You are fully responsible for all debts and obligations related to your business, and all of the net income flows directly to you and is included in your personal tax return. Sole proprietorships also have some of the lowest administrative burden and upkeep of the 3 options. Next up, the partnership. Think of a partnership as a sole proprietorship, but with 2 or more people. Here, you and your partners share the responsibilities, profits, and losses of the business. And lastly, there's the corporation. This is the legal entity that's separate from the owners, providing the highest level of protection against personal liability. However, it also involves the most paperwork, upkeep, and regulation. So then, which business structure should you choose? This is one of the most common questions we get from new business owners, so we have a well-worn decision framework for you. Whether you're running a sole proprietorship or partnership, there are a few pros and cons to having an unincorporated business. Starting with the benefits, an unincorporated business is easier to start. In many cases, all you'll have to do to start a sole proprietorship is just begin selling your product or service. Lower costs. Setting things up is generally inexpensive. You don't have to worry about legal fees or more expensive upkeep and tax filing costs that come with a corporation. Easier upkeep. There are less hoops to jump through to keep the business compliant. Tax returns are simpler, and there are no annual legal filings to do. Next, the disadvantages of running an unincorporated business. Personal liability. You are personally responsible for all the business's debts and liabilities. This is not necessarily the case with a corporation. Limited funding. Banks and investors might be less likely to invest when the business is indistinguishable from you as an individual. And missed tax planning opportunities. You have less control over the timing of your income compared to a corporation. You also don't have the same opportunity for tax-free gains when you sell your business. When you run your business as a corporation, there is more legal protection and a few tax advantages compared to being a sole proprietorship or a partnership. Advantages of incorporating include reduced risk. Corporations can provide a layer of security against personal liability. Tax savings and deferral. In some situations, corporations can provide tax savings or tax deferral. And the lifetime capital gains exemption. The LCGE may allow you to sell your corporation at a gain of up to $971,000 without paying any tax. Now, the disadvantages of incorporating are higher registration costs. There are higher costs involved when incorporating a company compared to starting a business as a sole proprietor. Higher ongoing costs. The ongoing administrative costs of a company are higher than that of a sole proprietor. Typically, these include higher costs for legal and tax filing and additional administrative burden. The legal and tax filings each year are more complex, which means higher administrative burden for corporations. Now that you have a general idea of the pros and cons of each business structure, there are a few questions you can ask yourself to make a decision. When considering a corporation, do you plan on building your business into something that is more than just self-employment? Does your business have the potential for legal liability? Do you expect your business to earn more in a given year than you might use personally? Would you like the option of having others invest in your business? Do you plan to sell the business in the future? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, then incorporating might be a good option for you. For considering a sole proprietorship or a partnership, is the main purpose of your business so that you can be self-employed as opposed to building a business that involves others? Does the extra annual upkeep cost outweigh the potential benefits of operating as a corporation? Do you expect to have significant losses in the first years of the business? Quick note, these can potentially be used to reduce your other personal taxes if unincorporated. Is simplicity in bookkeeping and taxes a priority for you? Are you just testing the waters for your business concept and unsure about its long-term viability? If you answered yes to any of these last questions, then a sole proprietorship or partnership might be right for you. Consider each factor and weigh the pros and cons. It can also be helpful to chat with your accountant and lawyer if you're still unsure of the best route. Hey guys, quick 45-second pause from our content to share some exciting news. We'll soon be dropping a 7-day business starter course for Canadian entrepreneurs who are struggling to get their business off the ground. We've met so many entrepreneurs with amazing ideas who got stuck in the planning phase or bogged down with questions about legal stuff, taxes, and the CRA. That's exactly why we created this course. Our experience working with hundreds of small business owners allowed us to come up with a complete toolbox to help you launch your Canadian business in 7 days. We'll guide you through straightforward planning, business registration, accounting system setup, and effective marketing strategies to turn your exciting idea into your very first sale. And the fun part is that we started a brand new business just to show you how all these steps come together in real life. Interested? Click on the link below to learn more and grab a special pre-launch discount available for our YouTube viewers. All right, thanks for hanging in there, and now back to the good stuff. Once you've decided on a business structure, your next step is to actually register your business entity. Depending on your business structure and location, there are a few different ways to get registered. Registering your business or incorporating through a lawyer is the most traditional method of setting up your business entity. This method has the highest cost, but also provides the most support and answers to your questions. You can also complete the registration or incorporation process on your own through a local government body. Now, this can be done online without assistance from a lawyer, and it's the least expensive option, but leaves the most opportunity for error. If you do a Google search for register a business in my location, you'll find the applicable registration platform for your province or territory. Lastly, registering or incorporating your business with a service provider online like Ownr falls somewhere in the middle when it comes to support. You get a guided registration process and access to Ownr's help. The standard cost of registering with Ownr is slightly higher than that of the DIY option, but can actually become the least costly option if you take advantage of some discounts and other offers that they have available. Now, to start with, our partner link for Ownr, included in the description below, gets you 20% off the initial cost of registration or incorporation. In the 7-day business starter course, we take you through the registration process using our real-world example. We actually started a new business just for the purpose of demonstrating everything in the course. Once you've brought your business entity to life, there are a few other registrations to be aware of. First up, we want to ensure that we've registered our business name. To do this, we want to make sure the name that we choose isn't already taken. There are 2 national databases that cover most of the jurisdictions you may want to search in Canada. There are the Canadian Corporate Names and Trademarks database and the Canadian Business Registries database. Links to both of those can be found in the description below. If you're using a lawyer or a registration service like Ownr, these searches and name registration are done for you as part of the registration process. If you're doing a DIY registration, then take a moment to search the web and use the database to find if your name is already taken. Then proceed with registering your business name. Registration of trade names is a provincial or territorial responsibility, so you'll want to use the applicable registration for your location. Now, a quick Google search for register a business name in my location will set you on the right track. Next, we want to make sure that we have a business number with the CRA. A business number is a 9-digit number that is unique to your business. You'll need a business number when you incorporate a business in Canada. And you'll also need one if you're running your business as a sole proprietorship and you need to open a program account with the CRA. For example, if you need to register a GST or HST or payroll account. Good news for incorporated businesses is that you get a business number automatically when you incorporate in Alberta, BC, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Ontario, PEI, Saskatchewan, or federally. Now, come to think of it, I'm not really sure which ones are not in that list, but otherwise you'll need to use the business registration online platform linked below to get your business number. All right, next up, we'll consider registering business permits and licenses. If you're in certain types of businesses like food services, or you're operating a physical store, you may need specific permits or licenses. And even if you think your business might not need a license or permit, It's better to check. Some cities require all businesses to have some kind of license. There's a fantastic tool you can use to figure out which permits and licenses you actually need. Navigate to a service called BizPal, linked below, where you can find the permits and licenses you might need based on your location and business type. All you have to do is enter your location and business type and review the results. You'll get a list of permits and licenses with information on mandatory licenses and also potential other registrations to look into. You may also need to register your business to collect GST or HST or provincial sales tax. Understanding when and how to register is covered in the 7-day business starter course. In the description below, you can also find a link to further information about sales taxes that will help you understand your obligations. If you plan on paying employees, you'll also need to register your business for payroll and the applicable workers' compensation organization for your province or territory. This is all covered in the course, but we also offer lots of free information about payroll on our blog, again linked in the description below. All right, enough with the lecture. Let's start taking some action. Your action steps to ensure your business is registered and compliant include: decide on a business structure. Register your business using Ownr, a lawyer, or through your province or territory. Register your business name if it wasn't done already for you during your business registration. Ensure you register for a CRA business number if needed. Use BizPal to find out if there's any licenses or permits that you need, and then get them. Learn about sales tax and register your business to collect them if needed. If you're paying employees, register your business for payroll with the CRA. We cover all of these steps in detail in the 7-day business starter course. Check out the link in the description for a pre-launch discount code that you can use once our course goes live. All right, that does it for step 2 of our 7-step guide to starting your business. Keep an eye out for the next video in the series where we will learn all about accounting for small businesses. Yay! We'll show you how to set up an efficient bookkeeping system, how to ensure your business is tax compliant, and we also give you our biggest tip for making accounting easier. Stay tuned to the channel and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.